Just over a year ago, I parked all my cars right here in the middle of our cow pasture. This is the highest spot that was away from all the trees and brush, and I did this in hopes that they wouldn't be swept away by the incoming Category 4 Hurricane Helene. This plan actually worked, and then it worked again 13 days later when we got a direct hit from Hurricane Milton.
I'm still clearing and burning blown over trees and brush from these storms to this day. I guess we could just look at that as like another one of my unfinished projects. And for us Floridians, this was to be expected, but what wasn't was my highest power bill ever. Not just for me, it happened to basically everyone who lives here as well. And the reason I bring this up is because our power companies charged us storm recovery surcharges. At first, I just chalked this up to hopefully what will be a one-time event until I read about Florida's largest power provider being approved to increase fees yet again this year, a total that will amount to over $7 billion over the next 4 years. This has nothing to do with the storms. It's just yet another cost increase that feels like we have no control over.
You know, I founded this channel on the idea that anyone can have a dream car without a dream car budget. And that same mindset kind of clicked with me when it came to my house. I don't need to build some sort of power plant in my backyard. I just want a setup that keeps things running and saves me money where it can and doesn't turn into another full-time project. And that's why I'm so grateful to partner with Anker to show you the Anker Solix E10 whole home hybrid battery backup system. I've been wondering for a while now whether I should be going with just a gas generator setup or if I should go all in on batteries, but this setup bridges that gap. You get instant quiet battery backup for the everyday outages, solar to charge it up when the sun's out, and then if the outages turn into one of these Florida ordeals, you can bring in the smart generator as a backup fuel source to keep the system topped off.
Well, I'm pretty confident tearing into the electrical system of any 15-year-old BMW when it comes to my home's 200 amp service. My wife told me I can't just give it the old Sam Crack special, especially since I have a track record of not finishing my projects. So we brought in the pros to get everything installed efficiently. Now, this isn't just going to power a couple outlets or a fridge in case of an outage. We tied my entire home breaker panel into the Anker Solix E10 power dock. So if and when we have a power outage, every single thing will still be able to be used. When you break it all down, it's a pretty straightforward system. Power from the grid feeds into the Anker Solix power dock. The power dock ties directly into your main breaker panel, and it can either pass grid power through like normal, or if we lose the grid, it automatically flips the house over to battery power. This battery backup combined with solar and a gas generator, which I'll show you here in a moment, makes multiple backups of backups to keep things going even in the case of a long-lasting outage.
All right, everything's been hooked up, cleaned up at every single circuit in my original breaker box. Everything from the central AC to every single appliance and light in this house has been linked to our power dock here. So in the case of a power outage or any sort of loss from the grid, in less than 20 milliseconds, everything will automatically switch over. We're gonna test that out here in a second. And it's so cool because you can control everything basically that this box does through the app. And you can see how cleanly it's all been done. We've just got some conduit up there running all the wires through the attic. And about 12 feet across the way, we've got our combiner box. This is where the batteries and everything will plug in. And the nice thing about this setup is everything's modular, from our battery system here, from the combiner box to the power dock. You can really set this up however you need to, depending on how your home's laid out. This is a nice little pocket in this garage. We've just got a nice amount of space to put our batteries and retain the ability to still drive a car in right in front of it if we need to.
Now, setting up the Anker Solix E10 battery modules are foolproof. They stack and have ports that keep everything aligned. You just start with this stand, which has adjustable feet so it can get perfectly level, and then you just start stacking. Since my setup is wall mounted with these included brackets, I'm stacking 2 battery modules per side, but Anker says you can expand each stack up to 5 batteries. And if you go all in, the system can scale up to 90 kilowatt hours total, which is serious whole house backup power. The kind of capacity that could keep the important stuff running for a very long outage.
All right, the last piece we got that goes right on top here is the power module. You can think about this thing like the car's engine. This is what is going to transfer our stored energy and the battery packs into fuel that will power our home. These thick and chunky cables link the battery and power modules to the transfer switch. They can only fit in one way and they lock solidly in place. Everything is very clearly labeled. And here, if we want to, we still have plenty of room to expand in the future. All right, we're all set up. We're ready to go. These will power my house right now when we switch over to them. We've got the 4 battery modules here, each one with 6 kilowatt hours of capacity. And then the 2 power modules up top. And like I showed you, since these are so modular and simple to break down and set up, you could move them really anywhere. And in a pinch, if you had to get power somewhere, they've got these ports on the side. We've got an output and an input along with these cables. So say that like I had an emergency over at my detached garage and we needed to power something over there, we could just break this down, move it over, and put it right to work. With everything hooked up, this entire house is backed up, and if there's any sort of power outage, the Anker Solix E10 knows instantly, and in under 20 milliseconds, it will switch over to the stored energy in these batteries. And it's really incredible because we just tried it out by hitting the house's main breaker and you didn't even see a light flicker. And that's just kind of what you can expect from this battery power. It is so much more stable and immediate than like a gas generator that has to turn over. You might have a quick outage and then your power comes back on. You don't even sense it. The only way I initially knew that we were running off of the Anker Solix E10 is the notification that the app gave me. And even in its current configuration right now with no solar plugged into it whatsoever, you can actually save on your energy costs if you live in an area where your power company charges you different rates depending on the time of day. I'm sure you've heard of people charging their EVs overnight or during off-peak hours because, well, the energy is just cheaper. So you apply that same logic to this system, and well, you can create an arbitrage strategy in the Anker app where you charge the batteries during these off-peak hours. As soon as the sun comes up and then your energy costs go up, the Anker Solix E10 will automatically output power during these peak hours and reduce your grid usage, which can also greatly reduce your energy bills even without going off grid. Now this setup's really ideal for my house and the amount of power I use, but to show you how capable the Anker Solix E10 really is, we're gonna go and disconnect one of our power modules here. And in doing so, this is going to be offline, and we're only running on this single power module with these 2 batteries.
By disabling one of our power modules, we're basically cutting this system's engine power in half. So there's less output capability, but there's going to be the same load coming from my house. Now to show you how well this works, let's start my 5-ton central AC unit, something we depend on all year round here in Florida. And in the Anker app, we're switching things right now, completely off grid. Normally, starting central AC on backup power is pretty tough because an AC compressor needs a big burst of power right when it kicks on. And with an average generator, you typically need a soft starter to make that happen reliably. But since the Anker Solix E10 can handle a massive startup surge, about 37 kilowatts worth, it turns over the compressor with ease.
So check this out, we're still off grid, our AC is still running, we're just doing this all off of our 1 set of batteries here, and we're gonna continue to stress test this and see how far we can go. Let's continue by charging our Tesla. We just turned our oven on so we can bake some fresh cookies. Let's turn on the dryer. While we're waiting for our laundry to be dried, our cookies to be baked, our Tesla to be charged, let's pass the time with a quick game. This is another one of my unfinished projects, a vintage Ferrari racing simulator that'll actually use up more power than it currently is right now because there's one TV screen that goes on either side. But this thing is awesome. It's got a gated manual shifter, all the different driving aids right here. You can turn them on and off. And there's only what, like 6 different tracks you can pick from on this machine that takes up basically all of my living room.
Distracted driving is clearly a problem, but losing your mid-game progress isn't, even though we're still demanding a solid amount of energy from the batteries right now. It's no sweat since the Anker Solix E10 has been tested to stably output 10 kilowatts of energy for over an hour straight. While I continue to play, all the other appliances were cycling on and off, so the load kept bouncing around and the system didn't even flinch. There was no flickering or hiccups, no angry beeps, just clean and steady power.
I know I'm not very good at this game, and even though I've run out of time, we still have several hours of battery backup life left in our Anker Solix E10, and it's just amazing how seamless this thing transfers power. You guys saw the arcade machine never power cycled. You never have to worry about being in the middle of a project on your computer and it shutting off. Everything just keeps on going. And in some cases, when you're not using that much power, the only way you'll really know is with a notification on your phone from the Anker app. Now, at our peak energy usage during this test, we had maybe about an hour and a half to 2 hours of battery backup life left. But you gotta think, as your AC gets down to temperature, as your oven gets up to temperature, and as your dryer coil starts to get warm, they really taper off heavily how much energy they're using. And so as your energy levels go down, obviously the time left in the battery backup goes up exponentially. And well, you could be running all these things still for several hours. And just during normal usage, when maybe you've got 1 or 2 appliances on, you can go likely a few days with the same setup that we have with the 4 batteries. This huge peace of mind when it comes to these storms that we get here in Florida, but also just a major convenience, because I can't tell you the amount of times just in the last year we've had a regular power outage that lasts for a few hours, but it always seems to happen at night when you're in the middle of cooking dinner with either the oven or the stoves on. No longer are we gonna have to pack everything up and bring them over to a family member's house to finish cooking and eating dinner. Now that's just one less thing to worry about.
And if you get one of those outages that lasts more than just a few hours, like we get a lot living out in the middle of nowhere here, that's where the hybrid part of the system comes in with the Anker Solix Smart Generator 5500. Setting this up was super cool. You could tell they built it simple but very intuitive. The side panel comes off with just a couple screws, and from here we just do a couple things like connect its internal battery and fill it with oil.
We got our propane tank all hooked up here. Now this is a tri-fuel generator, so you don't have to run it on propane. You can either run it on natural gas, a regular fuel, or propane. So we'll just go and turn it there, and then it should boot right up for us up top. Now, of course, we love our backups to our backups. So in the case that the starter inside of our generator were to have a problem, Anker thought to give us a pull start. And you could start it the old school way as well.
Well, there's a few outlets on the generator for regular usage. It's the special out port that integrates it directly with the entire Anker Solix E10. I've got this long cable here, and it's all you really need to link everything together to keep the batteries topped off, and it's why they call this a hybrid battery backup system.
Now, when we've had these storms that knock out power for several days at a time, the generator, of course, it lives like right outside the garage, where we'll run it during different parts of the day and then shut it off at night to conserve fuel. The cool thing about this one right here is you don't even have to walk up to it. You don't have to go and hit that start button in order to get it to start. You could do it all from the app. And we could do the same thing to shut it off. And it's just telling us to make sure we go turn that switch off. That way we conserve the starter battery that's inside the generator. All right, this is a little bit behind the scenes house tour mess that I've got going on back here. But like I said earlier, we still got some stuff that hasn't been fixed up since the storm. There used to be a shed right here over my entire water treatment system, all the well pump and everything like that. But unfortunately, it was blown down during the hurricane, and I just haven't gotten around to rebuilding it. And I really want to get it done before it starts getting really hot and just beating on our equipment here. So my plan is to build a very simple shed, but covered in solar panels. And this is a cool DIY home project to build a solar shed. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a video on this. But if we build it big enough and cover it, even with just some inexpensive used solar panels we find off of like Marketplace, we can generate a lot of power that should most definitely take care of the charge bill on my Tesla, but also generate a little bit of power to use, say like overnight, and really reduce our power bill. So I'm just so excited about the possibilities of this system. And well, at the same time, I'm gonna hopefully build back up and fix up the stuff that I need to do anyway around the house. I've actually got these couple test panels hooked up right now, just propped up on the side of the house. Now this isn't ideal. It could be a lot better if you had them higher with more sun exposure, but these are generating real usable energy right now. You can see right here, And the other thing is just they're super simple to install. These really do make for a DIY friendly project, since linking them up is very similar to, say, like linking up a set of golf cart batteries. The plugs only go one way, and then they plug right in to that power unit that sits on top of the battery. So it's pretty much dummy proof, and we are getting free energy right now from the sun.
I've been playing with the orientation of these panels before we get them permanently mounted, and they seem to generate more energy when they're laid flat like I have them here. I can't wait to test a couple more of these panels since they're rated around 400 watts each, and with that we should be able to generate around a kilowatt of solar power during peak sun.
I'm super excited about my Anker Solix E10 setup, and I can't wait to see how much I end up saving on my energy bill once we get that solar shed in action. And like I mentioned earlier, even without solar, you can expect to save a really good amount. So just if you consider some rough figures, say your power costs are like 30 cents a kilowatt hour during peak hours, and then they go down to around 15 cents off peak. Even after battery losses, you're usually saving somewhere around like 10 to 12 cents per kilowatt hour. And so you could call it roughly a third off your peak hours that you end up using off of the battery pack. That's somewhere around like $30 to $100 a month in savings. And that's before solar even enters the picture. With solar, you can save so much more. So figure a typical panel setup can generate like 600 kilowatt hours in a month. Consider a little bit of power loss from the battery. You're still going to get right around 500 kilowatt hours of usable energy. Again, power is around 30 cents during those peak hours. That's going to be $150 a month you're not going to have to buy from the grid. And if you stack both of these strategies together, you could save like $180 to $250 a month. That's more than half off of what I spend a month on my power bill, and it's going to go beyond just paying for the energy that I use driving my Tesla. So this is really awesome. And while everybody's situation is different, you can simply find out how much you can expect to save with an Anker Solix E10 setup by just finding out what your energy company charges and then figuring out how much on average you use a month. Now, to learn more about the Anker Solix E10, make sure you hit that link down in the description box, because right now during their pre-order period, they're offering some really sweet deals. For anyone who does pre-order, you're going to get an extended warranty on both your battery and your power modules, which takes it from 5 years basic warranty to 8 years of extended coverage. You're also going to get a free $500 voucher and a free solar panel and accessory kit, which is valued right around $1,400. So make sure you hit that link below to take advantage of this deal. Oh, and make sure you guys comment down below, because we're going to be selecting 3 viewers to win some Troy Aikman and Anker collaboration merch. All you got to do is either leave me a question or your thoughts on the Anker Solix E10 down in those comments. And guys, I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, be sure to give it a huge like. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching today, and I'll catch you very soon.